Let's see how wallet generator page works. After clicking the generate wallet button, the public key and private key is generating. But how? Let's see the code. This is wallet index folder, index view actually. After clicking this wallet generate button, this AJAX function is invoked. This belongs to wallet new API, and this information showed in the text area. Let's find out this API. Go to blockchain client controller. This is the wallet new API. Let's insert a breakpoint. Blockchain client. If I click generate wallet button, this API invoked, and this is RSA key generate. This belongs to this class library. It will come here, and this is giving the private key and public key. This is how the public key and private key is generated. Let's see how make transaction works. Here public key, this one, private key, this one, and let's assume this is miner. So this user want to give 2 coin to this miner, and the transaction fee is 1. If I click generate transaction, it will generate a signature. What will happen? This is make transaction page. So let's go to make transaction. This is the page. After clicking generate transaction button, this API will be invoked, generate transaction, and the response will be displayed in the modal window, and this field will be filled up with the response message, sender address, receiver address, and this modal window will be showed up. This is the model. So let's find out this API. This belongs to blockchain client controller. Let's insert a debug point here. Now go to blockchain client. If I click this generate transaction, it will invoke this API. Here you can see we are passing the transaction information. Here amount 2, fees is 1, this is the miner address, this is the receiver address also, this is the new user public key and private key of that user. So this user privately generating the signature, and this private key not sharing to the main, the open blockchain API. So this is secret all the time. Let's sign everything. This is toString, and here we are generating a signature using the secret key, the private key, and message will be the transaction information. the all transaction information like public key, private key, sender public key, amount to send, and fees, everything. Signature generated, and this information will be sent in the AJAX response, and it will pop up here. This is the signature. This whole information exists in this signature. So if anyone try to change the signature, it will not be verified when try to transaction. So let's not to change. Let's click confirm transaction. What will happen after clicking this one? Let's go to make transaction. This is the model, the confirm transaction button. After clicking this button, confirm transaction, this one, this API will be invoked. Transaction new. This is the open API of the blockchain. This is belongs to this project. Here we are sharing the signature. We are not sharing any private key. Let's expand this. Go to API, blockchain controller, and we need to find out transaction new. Here is the transaction new. Place a debug point here. Let's go to blockchain client. If I click this API invoked. Here you can see what message we are passing. Amount, fees, receiver address, sender address, and signature. Here no private key, and user not allowed to share the private key. Private key is only for to generate the signature. Let's step into it. Will go to the create transaction, and first the blockchain will verify the signature to make sure everything is okay or not. Here this is verify transaction signature. Here we are passing the transaction. This transaction carrying all this information, the signed message, public key of the sender. Original message is this one, and verifying using this class library RSA. Let's go to RSA. Here we are passing private key. Sorry, no private key, only public key, and original message is all the information of the transaction, and signed signature is this one. Let's step into create address and verify this is true. That means the signature is valid in perspective to all the information whatever user sent. So the signature is verified. So if not verified, then this could invoked, but it's verified. Now it will check the user has enough balance to send the coin or not. So user this one want to send 2 coin to this miner. So this address sender we are passing here to this function. This is the sender, and now it will go through all the blockchain and it will get all the block. Step out, step in, and here what will happen, it will go to all the blocks in a blockchain and it will go all the transaction, and it will find out all the sender and receiver address matching with this address. So here we'll get the lifetime transaction of this user. Step out. There is 2 block, I believe. It's going through all the block, and this is the transaction. So this user has 3 lifetime transaction. Actually, I want to remember you what happened. First, miner gave this user 6 coin. Later, this user gave another user 2 coin, and at the same time this user gave miner 1 coin. That's the reason why 3 transaction. We already see this wallet transaction here. This user got 12 coin, and this user gave this miner 1 coin, and this user gave this new user 6 coin. This exact 3 transaction already here. This is how wallet transaction is being generated. So here we are seeing, analyzing the balance. What is the balance? Here we are, if this user as a receiver, it will add the balance. Otherwise, it will deduct the money. Let's debug point here. Step out. We can see the balance is 5. Exactly same as this one, this 5. Go to this. And so this is true. Balance 5 and amount 2 plus 1. And this is greater than this one. So this user has sufficient balance. So this user can give other user the coin. And now it's adding transaction to the blockchain. Here transaction added, and here if sender is not this miner, then this code will execute, and here this will execute because this sender is new user. And this is exactly the miner fees we are specifying in the amount field, and fees we are specifying as 0. Transaction already added. You can see this transaction will be added in the block number 4. The index is 3 and number is 4. So this is the response. You can see successful transaction. Now we can see, go to blockchain front end, go to this one. If I refresh this, you can see this user gave this miner 2 coin, and this miner will get 1 coin as a fee because this miner will mine this unconfirmed transaction. Now if I click mine, what will happen? I will explain in my next lecture. Thank you.